Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley, who is a complete and utter failure. Calls himself a traffic reporter, and you failed me.
What?
You failed me. You failed me. You
All right,
failed
when
me.
were you going and what are you talking about? How did I
Well,
fail you? I've had
I'm
friends of
out.
mine do this.
Hey, look, I'm out on the
You
road
didn't tell me
yesterday.
about this construction on a Saturday. I'm like, I'm not on the clock on Saturday.
I don't care if you're on the clock or not. Here's the thing. I should get a little bit better service than most when it comes to your services. So yesterday I run down to Vicksburg to do a story. I know that's a long drive, right? I'm committed. We've got the big boat show coming up at Adelaide Point, and one of the vendors that's coming up is down from Vicksburg, and they make these really great chemicals, waxes and compounds and stuff for boats and cars and all this stuff. And I think that if these places are coming from as far away as Vicksburg to be a part of our stuff, maybe I should go down and see them.
Right.
Fair enough, right? So I jump in the car, I take a drive, everything's great. Get down to Vicksburg, which there was some, you know what? There was some inconvenient construction and schoolcraft, but I'm going to give you a little pass on that one.
We don't, I don't talk about that.
The grown-ups are talking. Upon my return to the greater West Michigan area, I'm trucking up 131, right into town. And who forgets to tell me that exit to Muskegon is still shut off at 96? Not a word from Dave. Not a word. Thank you for nothing. You failure.
I mentioned this at least half a dozen to a dozen times a morning.
Okay.
That 131 ramps to 96 are closed until at least Labor Day.
Guess what? I'm not up in the morning. I don't care.
Also,
so you need to give me a call and a heads up.
You just head up to Comstock Park.
Okay.
Take West River.
Herein lies problem number 2. Everybody's getting off at Ann Street to avoid, which is a total pain in the ass. Don't divert anybody to Ann Street.
Get off at Ann Street. No. You don't do that.
That's where it says to exit.
West River.
That's where it says to exit.
Go to West River.
Yeah, okay.
I tell people West River.
So here's Mr. Smarty Pants thinking, I'll just go up to West River. Piece of cake, right? Because that's where I grew up. Hey, dude, you're talking about my turf now. Okay? This is my old stomping grounds, the north side. So stay in your lane. I'm talking here. Up to West River I go, and guess who's having a baseball game?
The Whitecaps.
Problem 2. Yeah. So I got to go all the way up to Post Drive and then cut the back roads through Ravenna and everything else to get home.
There you go.
Had you been there for that,
I still would have had the same predicament.
No.
It wouldn't have mattered.
No.
I could have told you that in the same, you would have had, because there is no fast way to get through that. There's no fast way to get through
I could have come up with something else. I could have darted off onto Leonard Street, maybe cut up Leonard over to Alpine, something along.
You're talking about like 3 or 4 minutes, maybe.
Look, you look at maps all day. I've lived the streets. Okay. I know my way around town.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Especially the West Side. One point, I was almost nominated for the King of the West Side. I was so West Side. So we're going to have to hand out a couple of demerits today for your lack of consideration of calling your friend Andy and go, hey, don't forget now, the on-ramp to 96 from 131 is closed. You brought this on yourself. I wish I didn't have to be the heavy hand, but
I cannot tell you. I just assume that people know when they're driving in Michigan in the summertime, there's going to be construction. You're going to have to deal with it. They'll have detours for you to follow, whether I tell you about them or not. And I can warn them, like, hey, just keep in mind, this is still there. This is still there. And of course, nobody has any attention span. And you, especially with the attention span of a 5-year-old repeat kindergarten offender, you're worse than most. So I can't help you because your attention span is beyond childlike when it comes to certain things.
You know,
love you.
You know who I don't hear this kind of stuff from?
You do a lot of good. You do.
I don't hear these kind of excuses from Rob Westerby.
Nope. Of course.
Nope.
He's got 2 B's in his name. So
I'm just saying.
Rababa will yes. Same with
Just
Kevin
telling you.
Richards. You want to throw out any other?
Nope.
Phil Pothole
Nope.
back in the day.
Nope.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
I like Phil Pothole.
Well,
I almost started selling like men's hair care product or women's hair care products, whatever. He almost got me to quit this, and it probably would have been a more lucrative. I'd be making more money. I sure as hell know that. All the money is in lady products. No.
Or vacuum cleaners.
Oh man! Hey, don't. You want to see the vein really start pulsating here? It's coming.
All right. Well, let's see if you can make it up with news. I'll
let's
pretend
do
to
it.
be interested.
Okay. Amid rising tensions with China, some U.S. states are purging Chinese companies from their investments. U.S. public pension and university endorsements invested nearly $150 billion in China from 2018 to 2022. More than 4/5 of U.S. states have at least one public pension fund investing in China and Hong Kong. So we're going to see just how much they can afford to divest. I mean, it's a global economy. So
would that be university endowments?
Yeah, it's actually endowments. Yeah. Could be endorsements. Endowments is probably endowments. Yes, I knew that I do it because even as I said it, I'm like, I think it's endowments, and my penmanship is so horrific.
Well, it goes right along with your traffic reporting. It's just a little.
That
touchy
is top notch. I can't wake you. Do you want me to wake you up?
No, I want you to call me
2 minutes before 6 a.m.
Here's what I want you to do.
Tune in to my.
Here's what I want you to do.
Cracker Jack
as a friend,
traffic reports.
I'd like you to call me at about 10:30 daily and say, Andy, where are you traveling?
Dude,
and I'll tell you where I'm going that day, and you can tell me if there's any traffic in the way.
This is my business. This isn't my, hobby. If it were my hobby, I would give you the information.
I'm just saying.
Pro bono.
I'm just saying that as a friend, you should be able to do that for me.
As a fellow broadcast professional, you should know the difference.
As a broadcast professional, that should be a courtesy call.
And other.
To help make my job easier.
Courtesy call. First of all, I didn't know you were going to Vicksburg. Why didn't you give me a heads up? Say, Dave, I'm going to Vicksburg.
It's not my fault. You didn't know I was going to Vicksburg.
Yeah, it is. Because
you should call daily.
I know?
You should call daily.
I should ask you, are you heading to Vicksburg? Okay, when you come back, remember all that construction that's been going on forever? Well, it's still going on.
It would be nice. That's what you could do. That's added value for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
We're going to add that to your report.
How much? Yeah, how much? Oh yeah, there's $1. I have that. That's all I got. What else is going on? Latest research. Oh, I loved this. This is a story that was for me. I love this story. Latest research shows more positive effects of cold water immersion. Participants who took showers with a water temperature between 50 and 57 degrees for up to a minute, just a minute, not my 3 minutes or my 5-minute ice baths. No, you don't have to do it. Up to a minute for 2 weeks, reported significantly lower stress levels. Cold water immersion has also been shown to improve mood, energy, and mental alertness and mental capacity overall. Improved cardiovascular health, also speeds up your metabolism and reduces inflammation. Bottom line, it just makes you feel better. It's really hard to do. You work up to it. Also, I do have to caution people, if you are a heart patient, you want to check with your doctor beforehand. If you have a history of it, but you don't have heart problems yet, it's good to do it.
Oh,
because it can reduce the buildup of plaque in your arteries, which that's a major thing, and just better blood flow. It relaxes your arteries. But the problem for heart patients, the potential problem is initially you get a blood pressure spike and things constrict. So there is a little bit of a risk there. So that's why you want to check with your doctor before starting something like that if you are currently a heart patient. But if you're not yet that, it can help prevent that. So there you go.
This just in as well. Welcome. A Spanish fly still works with the ladies. If we're going to keep on with the voodoo medicine.
This is science.
Mm-hmm.
This is research.
So is Spanish Fly.
So is Spanish Fly. Okay.
Right. In the back of every magazine that you get.
Uh-huh.
You can
good.
order that
Way to correlate those two. Finally, Michigan is ending its experiment with digital license plates, at least for now. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson sent letters to 1,700 drivers with the digital plates, informing them they will have to go back to the standard metal plate next year. Evidently, we've ended our contract with the Reviver that was selling the digital plates. They didn't really give a reason why we're ending it. I don't really care. I see where digital plates would make sense because they're not going to wear like your standard metal plate. Like I had to get a new plate because the plastic stuff my plate, you couldn't read it. I actually got stopped because it's like, yeah, we can't read your plate, and then I ended up having to renew my plate anyway. So, but anyway, there you go. So
I didn't
sorry, digital plate
thing.
I think I was aware of it. Okay. I thought it was interesting, but it still doesn't say exactly, other than they're just ending the contract, why they ended the contract. So who the hell knows? A little puzzling, but doesn't impact me. Sports, Cleveland beat the Tigers 2-1. It was Milwaukee over the Cubs. Cubs lose 3-2. Training camp opened for the Lions yesterday, so there you go. Nobody got hurt. So good. Perfect. There you go. All right. That's sports.
Are you ready for Jeopardy, sir?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is a free one for you today.
Okay.
This is to make up for the beating you took being a subpar.
Not yesterday. Okay.
Not my fault. I'm just the one that has to hand out.
I'm just a reporter. I don't direct anything.
Well, okay. All right, fine.
I'm just working stiff.
On TV. Comedy on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Things that make you laugh. That's what comedy's all about. $400 today. The parents of Stan and Kyle on this show were named after the parents of their creators, Trey and Matt.
On this show, that would be South Park.
Okay.
Yeah. Best. I've said this before. It bears repeating. South Park and Family Guy is as good as The Simpsons was. They're just both light years ahead of The Simpsons as far as funny. And it's not even particularly close. It's really, really fascinating. And I've had these conversations with fans of The Simpsons who try to convince me that it's somehow a better. Like, no, it's not. It just isn't. There you go.
I never watched. I don't know.
You never watched The Simpsons?
Oh, Simpsons a little bit, but not South Park.
You've never seen South Park?
Nope.
Really?
Don't care.
I've been watching that since '97. Oh,
I'm happy for you.
It's hysterical.
I love that. That's
and you like cartoons. You watch cartoon movies.
I do like cartoon movies. Hey,
okay.
look at there's embarrassment right there.
Look at you.
I love it. Have yourself a fantastic Thursday, Dave. Let's be safe on those streets out there.
Yeah, and pay attention to certain traffic reporters when they give
I would,
but
you know what? I don't get up when you're still on TV, so you're gonna have to call.
Sorry. Well,
Make it a priority.
Maybe you should prioritize information as opposed to.
I do important stuff. You just remember to call me
about
10:30 every day and say where you headed.
I'll get right on that because this is a very lucrative career I'm in.
All right, well you do that. All right.
See ya.
Happy Thursday, Muskegon. We can expect some pretty beautiful weather for the next couple of days and leading into the weekend. So let's take a look at your forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health. There is a high pressure system moving into our area that is going to be bringing us some very dry and sunny weather for the next couple of days, along with some warming temperatures as we move into the weekend before we have a chance for some rain early next week. Your Thursday will be sunny with a high right around 78 degrees and some wind out of the north around 8 to 10 miles per hour with some gusts up to 20 miles per hour possible in the afternoon, and those will continue into the night when we'll have mostly clear skies and we'll drop down to about 59 degrees as our low, and we'll have some sustained winds at 8 to 10 miles per hour again from the north, but we'll still have those 20 mile per hour gusts possible. We have some pretty comfortable warm temperatures spread across the county for us today, the average being right around 78, 77 degrees, and even further inland, we do have some of our high temperatures for our towns reaching into those 80s, but of course, closer to the lakeshore, we're a bit cooler, and some of those highs right on our beaches will only be reaching about 72 into those lower 70s. Now, that is still a bit cooler than what we're used to for this time of year, but we do warm right back up as we move into the rest of the week and into the weekend. Tomorrow, we'll have a high around 81 with sunny skies. Saturday and Sunday, very similar with highs around 83 and 84. A couple more clouds on Sunday, though. But as we move into early next week, for Monday, we have a 40% chance of some showers and possibly some thunderstorms. Otherwise, though, will be mostly sunny for our skies, and Monday night we do have another 50% chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Now, moving into Tuesday, we still have a little bit left over from that, a 30% chance for some showers and thunderstorms, but otherwise it'll clear right back up and will be mostly sunny, and we'll have a high around 85 degrees, and we'll continue that and clear right back up into Wednesday with another high around 85, but mostly sunny skies. That's all for your Thursday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health for the Muskegon Channel. I'm Tegan Schultz, and I hope you have a great day.